I think it's safe to say that after this story, the left is okay with pedophilia. And salutations, my lovely little lunatic. It's me, friendly internet psychopath Insanity, here with my co-host Bob. Hello, and today, on the ENSane Report, is the left actually okay with pedophilia? This is that spa thing, isn't it? It is! And if that's it, then, yeah, it kind of seems like it. It is, they've jumped the shark finally. I thought they did that a while ago. Well, they jumped the Sharknado shark. Man, they had to jump really high. Yes, that's how little they believe in, like, laws of nature. Gravity joke? Exactly. Anywho, before we continue on with this bit of I'm not surprised anymore. That's the worst part. It is. But like I was saying, like the video and subscribe for more insanity. Also, follow us on Rumble, Minds, PocketNet, and Locals. Anywho, let's get on with it. Whoop-am! From the Daily Mail. Clashes break out in LA between rival protesters after viral video showed spa customer complaining about a transgender woman exposing herself to children while in a female-only steam room. We also have another one which we'll talk about after this. Excuse me. Protests were sparked in Los Angeles after a viral video showed a customer complaining about a transgender woman who allegedly exposed her penis in a steam room. The video sparked a protest against transgender people using the spa steam room, which was met by a counter project by Antifa terrorists. Hordes of people showed up outside of We Spa on Wilshire Boulevard. Protesters were seen assaulting an independent journalist who was hit in the head with a pipe. Seeing as they don't say who it is, it's probably Antifa who done it. We'll see. Video also showed melee between the two groups as they brawled on the streets of Los Angeles. Are a bunch of people leaving? I think it's I don't know. Not San Antonio. I think it may be, I think there was some story talking about that. We'll get into that some other time. Violent clashes broke out between rival protesters outside of Los Angeles Spa after a viral video showed a customer complaining about a transgender woman who allegedly exposed themselves in front of minors in a women-only steam room. Now, I remember this video. Yeah, no, I remember it as well. I felt bad for the guy. Yeah, because he can't really do anything. What's he supposed to do? Their state government literally said, you cannot, your brain is melting. It is, you can't differentiate service between these people. If they say they're a woman, then treat them like a woman. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hordes of people showed up outside of We Spa on Wilshire Boulevard to support a woman who had complained about the alleged exposure incident when they were met by Antifa rioters and terrorists supporting transgender rights. Here's the thing. Once again, this is exactly like what they were saying about most people don't care. They do not care about this stuff. Up until it involves them. Yes, especially their children. Oh yeah, all the stuff going around now in schools because they finally realize what's going on. You're teaching my child what? Yeah, no, see, that's the thing. The leftists, this is pretty much going to be the end of them. Yeah, because they're coming out and supporting, it doesn't matter. If you have the opposite junk and expose yourself to a child, what was the child? They don't say the child's age, but a minor. If you expose yourself to a minor, you're a pedophile. Sorry, if you have the junk, you go to that bathroom, you go to that steam room, and you deal with it. Because here's the biggest thing. A lot of people are upset about this. Not a lot. A lot of stupid people are upset about it. Okay, yeah then. Because here's the thing. Why do we separate men and women? Because a lot of violent stuff is done by men. Yes, now there are plenty of women who do violent things. But, I'm sorry, no normal person is getting behind people saying, well, an individual with nuts should be able to just show them off to children and there should be no problem. Yeah, what was that story? Oh, I think there was a news story where A man identifies as a woman, gets put in a female prison, and violence ensues. But you can't discriminate. Anywho, protesters were seen assaulting an independent journalist who was hit in the head with what appears to be a pipe. It's most likely Antifa. They're the ones who would carry these weapons. Just look at this. Of course, Antifa all clad in black. Once again, as posted on Twitter, it was not immediately clear if the protesters were in support or against transgender rights. Were they wearing all black? Yeah. Yeah, see, then that's them. The protests came after a video was posted on Instagram on an account with the username Cabana Angel. Cabana, I don't know. Which shows the furious woman complaining to a spa staff member about the alleged exposure. So it's okay for a man to go into a woman's section, show his penis around the other women, young little girls, underage in your spa. We Spa condones that. Is that what you're saying? The woman asked. The staff member's response remains unclear as it is difficult to hear their response behind a plexiglass. Basically, what's this supposed to do? He can come out right then and say, also, he just wants to be left alone. He doesn't want to deal with this, but at the same time, it's at that point now where the normal people are seeing how stupid this is all getting. Yeah, Fox News reported that the clerk appeared to say the transgender customer was protected by California law. What is he supposed to say? No, personally, I would probably, well, also he lives in California, so we don't really know. He probably just also doesn't want to, as someone who dealt with customer service stuff, I didn't want to deal with this stuff. And it was one of those things. But the problem is, we don't care. I didn't care, yeah. So I would just be completely honest. If it was something like this, I was like, well, you can go to your law. I can't legally do anything. So why don't you go to the people who voted for this person and get them kicked out? Because it's not me. But yeah, people got beaten and attacked. Y Spa security intervenes as counter protesters. Yeah, you can tell. Look, yep. Just LAPD face off with protesters, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it just keeps going. Yeah. Look at me. I'm so tough. Why don't you do something? Back off, dum-dums. In the video, other customers can be heard trying to intervene and defend the transgender customer. Oh, are you talking about a transgender person? That's the whole stupid thing. There's no such thing as transgender, the woman implies. You're being a dick. Oh, no. Yeah, I can tell you right now, if that happened to our child, there would be no, once again, these people don't have children. They don't care. That's the whole thing. Yeah, these are people that don't have children, aren't going to have children because they believe it's environmentally conscientious, when really they're just pathetic children themselves. But yeah, no, this is what's going to cause all the problems. As you see, the children are being involved. And when the children get involved, the parents stand up. Because my brother-in-law, he was raised in Colorado. He's pretty liberal. He is. And then I just told him and we have our headbutts. And then I just brought this up. I'm going to start talking about this because he was always pretty okay with his transgender stuff. And then I brought this up and I was like, so what would happen here? And his response was he would beat the holy hell out of that man. Because he is a man. Because as long as you have that joke, if they got it cut off and they got it dealt with, then go on in, I don't care. At that point in time, whatever. Yeah, but you still shouldn't be able to do in women's sports. Now, because you've had so much time with testosterone and all. But no, with junk, exposing yourself to underage children, you are a pedophile. You may not get sexual pleasure out of it, but you're still doing it. Sorry, not sorry. The video sparked a protest against transgender people using the spa steam room. No, they should just have their own. Just have their own. Okay, and here's the other thing. They should have male to female room and female to male room. That's just it. Okay, male steam room, male to female steam room, female to male steam room, and then women's steam room. Just do it, because on schools, they're perfectly fine with keeping it all women's class, even though that's segregation. You're not allowed to do that. As long as there's a male counterpart, which is funny because a lot of places are getting sued about that. And they're losing because they thought people wouldn't come after them. But once again, affecting children. Melees broke out with the two groups and they brawled in the streets. Yeah, look, Antifa, dude. You can already tell. There's his pride, stupid flag. Antifa woman going after the reporter. Or yeah, going after this individual. Antifa, yeah, Antifa. Yep. Now here was another one. This one, I believe, is far worse. Go ahead, Bob.
From the Daily Mail, transgender woman with a beard and a penis got in a hot tub with her daughter, who is 6 years old, at an LA spa more than a year before this weekend's clashes over child exposure incident in the female steam room. What?
See, this is the big thing for me.
A woman spoke out of an uncomfortable encounter between the transgender woman at the spa, which saw violent protests over a separate incident Saturday. She said the incident occurred more than a year ago and described an uncomfortable situation in which a woman sat next to her daughter naked. She described the woman as having a beard and a penis and said they were not making any attempt to look like a woman whatsoever. She said she wanted to clarify the situation after the protest, which she attended, noting that it wasn't just because transphobes and that it wasn't just between transphobes and Antifa activists.
Yeah, no, it's not against transphobes. It's against normal people who don't want their underage children, minors, a 6-year-old in this case, to see the opposite genitalia. And it's not wrong.
It isn't. It's not wrong to want to protect your children, especially because in some of these situations, people just claim whatever the hell they want.
Like how male feminists are actually there to support women.
And a ton of them turn out to be creepy rapists.
Yeah, see, it's they want to do what they want to do, so they do it just because they can get away with it.
Yeah, all the people who are walking into places stealing $950 worth of stuff and walking out. Eventually, normal people are going to do that as well. They're not going to care anymore because they're not being punished. Why should I have to pay for it?
And it's just like this. Yeah, no, and how many creepy individuals who just want to see stuff, who are voyeurs and just want to go in and look, and then claim,
well, I am a woman. It's a ma'am.
God, it's so stupid.
Saturday's clashes broke out after a separate viral video in which a customer is complaining the stuff. Yeah. Do you know the identity of the woman?
So, yeah. A person, yeah. See, this is just... And it just goes back to this. So, yes, the left is now perfectly fine with pedophilia. They can say they aren't. They can say this is about transphobia, this is about trans stuff, but I'm sorry, children are far more important and need to be far more protected than individuals who claim they're trans but haven't had everything done.
What was it, Blair White?
I think that's her. Because here's the whole thing. The amount, and once again, she even talked about this.
Oh, I remember that video where she was talking about how the reason why, like, the LGBTQ, the lesbian and the gays, why that wasn't such a bad thing, why it wasn't so hard. It was hard over time, but that was mostly religious stuff, whereas with the trans stuff, if you don't like trans people, if a trans person won't date if a normal person won't date a trans person, even if they haven't had the full procedure, they're obviously transphobes and so on and so forth. If a man doesn't want to date a person in the middle of transition who still has a penis, obviously homophobe.
See, and that's the thing. These people are legitimately thinking that the rest of the world is Twitter. And it's not. Because in the real world, a parent will punch a dude in the face 10 times out of 10 if they pull that garbage. No one cares. Normal people do not care. Will never care anywhere near as much as for their own children versus a person who wants to change their body parts. And that's normal. And that is what is the death knell of this whole leftist movement. If they push this, if they do not come out ahead of this, it's over. Because normal people will hear, normal people, once again, they're already the waking giant is being roused from his slumber because of the stupid, here's the big thing. Now, don't call it, from now on, do not say CRT. Because CRT, they try to flip the words around. And I was like, do you know they're teaching CRT in school?
Oh, this was from Timcast last night.
Yes, it's Timcast IRL. From now on, call it crap. They are teaching not CRT, which is critical race theory. They are teaching critical race applied principles.
Crap.
Have you heard that they're teaching crap in schools? First off, the left isn't going to want to have it called crap. And secondly, it's very hard for them to fight against that because theory means a very specific thing. Applied principle theory is white men always evil versus applied theory. If Jimmy the white Officer Brown arrested 5 people, 4 were black, 1 was white. How much more of a percentage? That's applied theory. It can't fully be done. Like what? That's just wrong. So they want to get in slowly. And now you hear all these parents standing up, going, screw you." And this is the next big thing. So anywho, that's gonna be the end of this little video. How do you feel about all this? Let me know down in the comments, and remember to like and subscribe. If you like this video, then check the like button and subscribe for more.
ENSane.
And I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.
Bye, subscribe.